In this tutorial, we're going to show starting up the Vtouch Lite controller. You have a shortcut on your desktop which goes to the startup for the Vtouch Lite controller. So you want to double click that and it'll bring up your controller. Now it may take a minute to a minute and a half to establish itself on the network, so don't panic if you see a white screen for about that long. And once the controller is started up, you're going to have to connect your bays to the controller. And as you can see in the logs here, it says not connected, not connected, not connected, and it's grayed out. Now there's one of two ways to connect your bays. You either can go to each bay and start the bay up, or you can use a remoting software that is provided in your controller. And this is it here, and you want to double click it. And it is demo software. If you choose to purchase it, you can contact your distributor to get the license key to purchase it. But it will let you use it for 5 minutes at a time. So if you run out of time, you just would have to restart the remoting software. And in the remoting software, you want to click on the magnifying glass, and what it does, it goes out to search for all the bay meters. This particular site has 5 bay meters. And so let's start off at the bottom here. And it asks for a password, but since it's demo, it's not required. So you just select OK. It brings up your bay. You want to go to Devices. And then you want to go to your SDMMC drive. And in that drive resides your controller, or I'm sorry, the software. And the icon here that says Vtouch Bay, just double click it. And it says you're connected. So you verified Bay 1 is now connected to the controller. Now if you go back to the controller, you can see it's now connected. So you've got Bay 1 connected to your controller. Let me shrink this back down and then proceed to do all of the other bays. And this one is starting up, connected successfully. Let's go to the next bay. Now your customers don't see this because the controller in the bay, or the bay screen itself, is inside the bay meter. So this is not something that's exposed to your customers. But if at any time you want to check the status of that bay and you are in that bay, you can always open the bay meter door and you can see if it is connected or not. And it's also a great tool when you swipe a test card to see what the bay is doing and if a transaction is going through or not. Along with the red and green light that actually are on the bay meter face. Okay, so now we've got all the bays connected, and we'll go back to the controller and you can see every single bay is connected. Now let's say hypothetically something happens to where your bay does become disconnected. Either a Ethernet cable has come loose, or there was some type of disturbance that caused the bay to glitch and not connect. So let me shut the software down, and we'll go back to the controller, and you can see it's grayed out. So bay 3 is on, but it's not connected to the controller. And to simply start that controller up again, just double click the icon. And then bay 3 should be reconnected. Okay, so now you can see it was connected at the beginning of the session in this log, then we disconnected it, now it's reconnected. And as shown in the other tutorial on bay meter, how it works, you can just clear the log and you can get rid of all this. And that way you know it's connected. And that's how you start up the bay meter from scratch. And to see all the functions of the bay meter and what all this represents, please visit the tutorial on bay meter functions.